Welcome back to the How to Dominate the Chessboard series, where I play one game with black, one game with white, against bots in chess.com, and after the game is done, I review it, and then I also talk to you through my thinking and my calculations and stuff like that. Well, today, the bot played like garbage. First of all, the coach bot did not even let me play with it today. I didn't even play with the coach bot for like a couple days now, but it just still said that I have used my daily use of the bot. I don't know what that's about. That's probably a glitch. And also, the quality of the bots played today was phenomenal. Like, I could make a very nice checkmate series episode today out of that. Anyway, that's it. Let's get on to the video. Alright, we're going to be playing with the white pieces. I was going to play with the coats, but for some reason it doesn't let me. So, it's saying that I've already used my free coats, even though I haven't. So, yeah. D4. We're going to start off nicely and solid. Knight f6, c4. This is all standard. The Indian defense is one of the great, a very good weapon against d4. Against e6, which is trying to go for a Nimzo Indian, I like to play the move knight f3 because it more or less forces b6 or bishop e4. This is the Bogo Indian, but it gets paired nicely with the Queen's Indian as well. In this, I like to go knight, not knight, bishop to d2. If you take, I will take back. Okay, we're gonna play the move a3. Just make sure that that bishop makes a decision. And yeah, as you can clearly see, already the bot makes a mistake and actually traps their bishop. So we're gonna take it and be in very good shape. And be in very, very good shape. We're gonna play e3, just solidify everything, no weaknesses. E3 is not a great move. It blocks the bishop, obviously, but we just want to get the solid structure. We want to get all the solid things. A5, interesting move. I don't know what it does. So yeah, we're gonna go bishop d3 and queen c2 and just poke continuously holes at the king. Let's go queen to c2, just putting some pressure on the file. Wow, rook e8 and rook d8, folks. This is a great episode if you want to play against garbage. The Isabel bot is 1600, so it's supposed to actually play solid chess. Normally 2000 bots play slightly better than that, but for some reason the bot decided to crash. I don't know why. I want to go castles, just solid, little everything. Oh yes, interesting idea, which I don't know what it does. We're going to take, obviously, just open up the position. Take again because we're up material. This is what you do if you're up material. And then we can play a lot of moves. A lot of moves are possible here. I feel like I'm going to go knight to e4, which if you... Of course, the bot is going to let me trade for some reason. The idea is if you take, then take. You have to go like g6 or h6 to move out of the way. But if you do it this way, then I straight up just win the pawn. Which was my entire purpose, by the way. 7 most common chess mistakes. Not even asking what your opponent's threat is. What they want. I will move my bishop to d3, so the bishop does not get trapped with g6. And now we're going to play... a lot of things are possible. I will just go like... Rook c1 now. Trick question, which rook should you move? I think both rooks are fine, but I'll go with this one. And I'm going to play the move b4. And I will actually go, oh no, my pawn, and then trap your queen. And yeah, the bot has this final resource, but we can actually do something very nasty here. But first, before we do the very nasty thing, this is where you set traps in chess. Two things. You can set up traps in chess, like, oh no, you're going to take my pawn, and if they take your pawn, you pin their queen, obviously. I don't know what g5 is, don't ask me. Also, another thing to point out, don't put the king and the queen on the same diagonal. Sometimes, if you go for a queen trade, you know, when both queens stare at each other, fine. But if you could get pinned with a piece to the queen, diagonally or horizontally, it's probably not great. So rook d6, and instead of just cashing in on our investment, obviously we can then play after queen takes bishop, then we can go queen to c5. I'm going to do a little bit of a fancy version of these moves, and instead straight up go queen here, and now this is a move. And actually we're going to do something even fancier. We're going to take this pawn, utilizing the pin against our queen, against their queen. And I'm gonna take again. And ladies and gentlemen, your only move is to block. They don't do that. They lose their queen immediately. So we're gonna take the queen with check. And if you tried rook d6 again, then I will just trade. I will just take the rook again still. So yeah, this happens. And of course now we're gonna. Oh, I got a lot of moves here. I'll take the pawn, I guess. Why not? Taking the queen obviously loses the queen. We don't have to talk about that. Bishop takes is just a free pawn, and this is just a free attack on the king. And this is even more of an attack on the king. And like the king is open, there should be just mate pretty much very soon. Let's go rook here, try to find a mate. The bot is going to desperately defend and check. And check, and there should be mate somewhere here. If not, you just give checks. But I believe this will be mate very, very soon. Check. If you block, now it's mate. Like this. And this is why your king should not be open, because you can get attacked. This game was interesting. I mean, the bot played, that. But yeah, this was a Bogo Indian. This is what I like to do against the Bogo Indian. Obviously, if you get taken, you take with the knight, not with the queen, because you want to support e3 and the c4 pawn, but also control a little bit the e4 square. And yeah, a3, and obviously don't lose your bishop. Queen e7 was the start of a lot of problems. And yeah, this trapped the bishop, obviously. Again, you're forced to trade here, and even then, this position might seem equal. It is, but white is really comfortable here. But then black can also get counterplay down the c5. And yeah. It was a pretty good game, I have to say. It was a pretty good game. Anyway, let's get to the next one. All right. We're going to play Isabel again, this time with the black pieces. e4, all right, e6. Let's play a French defense. d4, d5. Now we're going to play an exchange, an advance, a classical. The Taras. Okay, this is a rare appearance. The Taras variation. It's very uncommon. I mean, it's starting to get more common as we speak. I like to play knight f6. e5 is the move, then go here, play c5, and kind of play it in the style of a classical French or an advanced French, if you know what I'm talking about. And now I'm going to play c5, obviously countering the pawn and putting pressure on the center, knight c6, all normal stuff, queen here. And now there is a trap that needs to be avoided here, which is, losing the queen, obviously. There are always traps like that in the French, let me tell you. And now we're going to play the move bishop e7. I think it's pretty okay to play the move bishop e7, castles, and we are in good shape. And now we can play a6. We can also move our queen and then play knight b6. So many things. I like that. Let's play a6. h4, the bot is going for the aggressive one. Obviously, you don't want to be taking this. I can play rook e8 and reroute my rook. Can also try to reroute this knight somehow. So I'm going to play rook e8 and reroute the knight to g6. Let's play h6. There's nothing wrong with... Excuse me, what? What? Homie just sacked the knight. Okay, let's take this, I guess. I don't see the big idea, because I will just like what? I've never seen this move in my life. This is the first time I see this thing. Now this can either mean this is really good or really bad. It's a bot. Obviously, it might. What the? Yo, what is that? Homie just crashed. I don't know. This bot crashed. That's all I'll say. This bot decided to have an aneurysm. Yeah, so many things I can play here. Like so many things I can go back to e8, back to d8 and defend. And then go like I can do so many things here. I'll go bishop d7. I think it's pretty natural. What? I don't understand these moves. I actually don't understand these moves. This is crazy. It's just crazy. What? Homie, what are you doing? Okay. There's no, like, threat to my king. Like, I can just keep taking. There's no threat. Like, there's absolutely no threat on my king. Like, absolutely zero threat on my king. Let's go queen here. There's no attack whatsoever here. I can chuckle a pawn and it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is how you deal with garbage. I mean, you take this, boop, trade, and now your opponent has no pieces. They have sacrificed an entire knight. Now they have no more pieces to actually attack you with them. Now we're gonna play. I mean, I can play so many things here. Make no mistake. I'll go bishop here. Just defend everything. Just put a beautiful bishop on the diagonal. Like that bishop's gonna open up, and when it opens up, it's game on. That queen doesn't attack anything. Let's go here, offer a queen trade. And for some reason, our opponent decides to just give us the queen trade because life is really good. So we're going to take the queen trade, obviously. And then we're going to absolutely... I can take this in a million different ways. I think I'm going to take this with the pawn because we get a passer now. And yeah, we're also just going to set up a nice bishop. And now we're just going to demonstrate why you should not be sacrificing material when there is absolutely zero attack. Because you will get demolished. Okay, I can take this pawn, no problem. I mean, you can obviously just, push your pawns and develop, but, push your pawns till the end of the board and, win. But I feel like we're going to do it a bit of my way, as I like to say. Let's go here. This is a forced rook trade, and now it's rook and bishop versus rook, but I have a passed pawn, and now, at this point, you take space, you bring your king, you push your pawns, you promote a pawn, and that's how you win this game. I can play a discovered check, but it doesn't do much. Or I can also just bring a rook up, give a check. So many things I can do here, like check and king up, win this game. And this is the $1 million mistake of putting your king literally on the worst possible file, being cut off from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 files. And 8 times 7, that's wait. That is 56, right? Yeah, that's 56. Yeah. Anyway, that's that's not great. It's not great to be cutting yourself from all of this activity. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing the bot can really do here in this position. I'll take with my king. I don't care. And now we're gonna just hide our king here and post this pawn. Let's go here. Obviously, you can lose a bishop here. Although you might be able to find a way to lose a bishop. Now the king can get back in the game, but it doesn't quite matter because now our pawn is also really close to promotion, and in fact it does get to promote, and we're going to promote it to a rook and actually force a rook simplification, take this pawn, go down here, and push these bad boys till the end, because it's time for the ultimate BMing of this bot. Obviously, do not do this in your games if you're not qualified to do it in your games. So yeah. Just make sure your opponent does not get stalemated, and you're free to do this. You're free to destroy and disrespect your opponent. You're free to do that. So yeah. And now that we got this out of the way, now it's time to make sure that none of these moves are stalemate, and actually none of these moves are stalemate, and we get a checkmate. Like that. And we're done. What to learn from this one? Rule of +2. This is a really common one. The rule of +2, if the game lets me enter the analysis, it's not... Okay, then, we're gonna watch it this way. Because it does not let me get into the analysis board. Pretty sure I was winning the entire game, so yeah. Rule of +2, that was an awful voice crack. Rule of +2 is... Oh. Now it lets me get into the analysis. Alright. Okay, so the rule of +2, if you can see in this position, white is better because of the space advantage. That's really much it. And because there's an attack. So yeah, I wasn't really in the greatest positions, to be quite fair. There's other ways I think I can play this, like after knight c6, there's like there's f6. Yeah, f6 is one of the lines you can go. Taking is also what the computer wants. I always forget this move in Terras Friends, that I need to take the pawn there. Otherwise, my position will be a bit not great. It's not awful, obviously. The one move attack by the bot, fine, countered easily by 8-6. 8-6. The computer thinks there's this move, this move, but and once you move your king, apparently there is knight going back, and now white is pressure. Okay, fine, that's a bit advanced. I didn't even see that. But instead the bot just sacked the knight. Yeah, there's a reason the rule of +2 exists. First of all, to attack someone, you need to have two or more pieces than they have defenders. I have 3 defending pieces defending my king. Like, the knights can get back into the defense very easily. The bishop is a nice defending piece. The rook is a defending piece. Not quite. I have 4 or 3 defenders, if you want to look at it that way. And you have, like, 1 or 2 attackers, like the queen and bishop battery. You can't sacrifice here, even though the computer argues this is a draw here, apparently, because if you go queen to c2 and actually continue with the plan of attacking me, there's like rook h8 apparently, or going back with the king. Like if you go back with the king, it's like, I think it's pretty equal again. It's the same. Oh, it's okay. Apparently you can sack this and get in. Okay, so rook h8 is necessary to prevent that. Okay. So yeah, don't sacrifice pieces if you don't have a clear attack, or you don't have more pieces than they have defenders. So yeah, I mean, this whole move was weird. I mean, simplifying, as well as simplifying to a position where you're down a piece, not great, because I get to do this, just solidifying everything and sacrificing additional pawns without having any reasoning. And then more simplifying, I mean, come on. This is, and then getting a queen trade in a position like this, yeah, not great. So, yeah, that's it. I think that's all about this one. Let me know if you like this starting, if I can get, if the coach does not, like, tweak sometimes, we can play, like, games with it with black to see what it does. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Get out of here.